Friends, thanks for joining me today on this live feed, which usually is every Thursday at 12:30 p.m. during our lockdown. But because at times we have little fires to out, I will just say from now on it's every Thursday. So here we give you some tips, address some misconceptions, and answer some of your questions about impairment, breathalyzers, and anything that has to do with breathalyzer and impairment. So last week we discussed the signs of alcohol poisoning. Since our friends in the medical community have been telling us that it's on the rise, because the fact is many of us are sheltering in place and drinking at home, so we have to monitor ourselves. Now, because we got the feedback that we did and some nice messages, and because it's relevant right now, we're doing a follow-up. So because last week we spoke about recognizing the different signs of alcohol poisoning and not leaving the person alone and calling for help immediately, today as part 2 we will discuss what to do until help arrives and after contacting emergency services. So let's begin, shall we? So number one, as I said before, is stay calm and stay with the person. Okay, have to. Number 2, keep the person sitting up. Don't keep them sitting on a chair or on a stool, but on the ground. You don't want the person falling over or laying down. Now, a person with alcohol poisoning may want to vomit, which is extremely dangerous if the person is laying down. Hence, keep them sitting up because they could choke, right? Because the gag reflexes, they're inhibited because they're inebriated. Okay. So number 3, if they want to vomit, try to help them when they're sitting up to lean forward, okay, so they don't choke. Also, never ever try to force them to vomit. That's another misconception that I've heard. Okay. Number 4, though they will be tempted to lay down, try to avoid letting them lay down for the reasons I just mentioned. Okay. Number 5, if they are conscious, help them to stay awake. Talk to them, pat them on their face, try to keep them engaged in conversation, right? Number 6, I'm at number 6, yeah. Number 6, if the person is unconscious and you absolutely cannot get them to sit upright, lay them on their side, but make sure their ear is on the ground. Okay, this action will tilt their head in the right direction to avoid them from choking if they do vomit. Number 7, and just as important as the rest, the aforementioned, make sure you have as many details as possible for the first responders when they arrive. How much they drank, what they drank, etc. Okay, age, everything. Guys, we are a year into this plague and we are in the home stretch. Please stay safe so you can see the other side of this, please. Thanks again for hanging out with me today, and thanks for your kudos, and your continued support. It means a lot to me. Join our Partner for Life team with blood.ca. Even if you are a frequent blood donor with your own donor number, you can still join our team. So that means your next donation will count towards our pledge to blood.ca. And as a thank you, we will send you a free single-use breathalyzer, and it has a 2-year shelf life, so you can use it when things open back up. Be safe out there, friends. Please watch out for our little ones and our pedestrians. And remember our golden rule. When you feel different, you drive different. Drive sober.